All right. What? Wow. Sorry, guys. I am just waking up. Hello. Good morning. I just got to get my links out here to everyone. Unfortunately, I am not as prepared as I usually am, so please forgive me. Um, right before this happened, or right before I got on live stream, I had to take care of something, and wow, I cannot speak. Let's see. Popular. Let me go ahead and just switch everything over here. Oh, my camera's not even on. Rookie move. Rookie move. Cool. All right. You see me shape shift there? I was wearing a white shirt. Now I'm wearing this shirt. All right. Let's go ahead and get the music on here. Works for me. But how is everyone doing? Like I said, I got to get my links out there. So just hang tight for a moment. I just want to make sure that, everyone knows that I'm going live. But how's everyone doing? Hope everyone's doing well. I'll go ahead and just keep the chart up just because of some things I want to go over. Let me just make sure. Yeah, it's good enough. All right, so that's that. Let's go ahead and say hello to everyone, as well as Armand. Damn, I'm early. Hello, LOL. Hey, bro, and everyone. Armand, good to see you. Forex Johnny, bro. I'm really sorry if I won't be able to participate in your stream. Good luck, bro. Thank you so much. I do appreciate you stopping by, though. Harvey, yo, damn, 600 subs already. Let's go. Yeah, I was actually fairly surprised that we hit 600. We're currently staying above that, so thank you guys so much for the support. If you guys are new to the channel, I really want to welcome you here. Like I said, we as of now, we focus on a particular strategy. Doesn't mean that it's gonna be like this forever. I have a feeling we're gonna be doing ABCs for a very long time now. So for the time being, if you guys have any questions, if you're new to the channel, you want to know what I'm about, what the channel is about, how I trade, this is your time to shine, time to ask. So like I said, we're just here to hang out. We're also here to talk TA. I will go over all the setups here in a moment. I just got to get everyone situated. Let me just do one more thing, and I promise we'll get started. But let's keep an eye on well, actually, no, ETH is kind of playing around this area right here. I'm trying to remove the alert, but Tradingview is just not working with me right now. Might have to close it and just open it up again, but you can see it's just loading on the screen. But as we're doing that, if you guys are using the trigger.trade bot, at the moment, unfortunately, there's an issue with the prevent pyramiding setting. I just double checked it on my end. There's still some issues, so guys, just be aware, keep an eye on what your margin is. If you guys are in a trade already using the bot, just go ahead and delete the alert. Make sure your stop losses are set. And I talked to William earlier today. He said everything should be done by tomorrow. So like I said, guys, if this is a new platform, David and William have done a great job building this and maintaining it. They're pretty fast when it comes to fixing issues and updating things. So this does happen on occasion. So I apologize in advance, but I promise it'll be done sooner than later, and it's going to be working better than ever. Let's see. I'm trying to multitask, but it's not working out so well. Come on, I can't type. Shit. All right. All right. We are good to go. Let's pop chat back out. Let's catch up with everyone. Arun, hey Johnny and team. Good to see you, my friend Amar. Hey Johnny. Good to see you. Matthew White. Hey Johnny. Good to see you. How's everyone doing? Christina. Hi Johnny and team. How you doing, Christina? Good to see you. Bedarius. Hi Johnny. Good to see you here as well. Let's see, Pringa, greetings, nice seeing you back. It's good to be back. Good evening, doing great, TA. Thank you so much, Alan Clark. All right, let's go ahead and get it right into it. I know you guys have been waiting for a little while. I don't know why this alert is not working or not deleting. I'm just gonna go ahead and just reopen TradingView. It still didn't delete it. There we go. Let's make sure Bybit didn't get me back in. Okay, now we're good. All right, so let's go ahead and talk what the game plan is. Now, if you guys are in my Discord, or if you guys were here the last stream, I kind of talked about this setup here. And to me, at the time, I was thinking that we weren't necessarily at a big enough structure yet, but I took a little bit of time to think about this. I was also out and about, and I was actually talking to someone else who does ABCs with me, but not to the same extent I did. We were kind of like just going back and forth. And just the more I was explaining it to him and more I was like kind of showing him what I was thinking, the more I was kind of on the fence about being set to this standard that, you know what, this is too small of a setup. In my opinion, hold on, I gotta change this song. No, I'm sorry you guys had to hear that. But the problem is we were thinking that this is too small of a setup. The more I was thinking about it, more I was thinking about what could be going on. I kind of started not second guessing myself, but at least trying to come up with different scenarios of what could happen. One of the things I was looking at is, you know, if I look on a 4-hour, mostly I kind of just view the 4-hour as a broader spectrum, a broader way to think about things. Mostly if I go to the 2-hour, remember, I can pinch, but I can't zoom. But I can pinch up and kind of blow this up a little bit and focus on this area price action. It could be topping out here. One of the things that I was thinking about is this area price action here primarily. Is we were up in this region and we took this ABC short off of this C wave. All right. Yes, this was a smaller setup, but at the end of the day, it was part of a much larger A to a B to a C. Same kind of scenario what's going on now. We have an A to a B and we're working on a C. Within the C leg, there's a larger ABC. So we're kind of getting to the point to where price is slowing down or going to be slowing down if this is going to be a reversal. If it's not going to reverse, then we can just keep going from here. Maybe we're just on a much larger uptrend on a much stronger scale than most of us expected. If I go up to a macro, macro time frame and kind of give you guys what I think is going on, to be fair, to be honest with you guys, to be quite frank, I'm honestly considering this as a larger A to a B to a C, to where we come up to like that 32K, somewhere around this region of resistance. All right, and then we come back down, putting a lower leg. That, to me personally, would probably be the best case scenario. Well, not the best case scenario, but that's the option I'm leaning on the heaviest right now. And the reason why I think this would be a good case scenario, because it brings me back to this area price action here. It's too dubsteppy. What did I say? Oh, I didn't even say any genres. That's why I'm getting all dubstep. I don't want lecture. I want house. No, sorry guys. I'm for some reason I'm being extra picky with the songs today. Okay, cool. All right. So one of the things I would like to see for a larger reversal of this bear market is something similar to what happened to the bull market. It's where we get a stronger trend on the upside, a larger pullback, and a continuation. Same thing what could be going on now. We have a large, looks like if you I'm not saying this is as clean as the bull market, but just kind of looks like a singular trend of the downside, just broken up into smaller pieces. We're working on a pullback right now, and I would like to ideally to see a continuation down. Now, this continuation can come down, just putting a lower low past that 15,400. We don't have to go down to 10K. But I think if we are going to go down to these levels, this is the setup I would like to see. So keeping that in mind, I would like to see a larger ABC structure form in this region. I don't know where it's going to form, but something like that would be ideal. What I think is going to happen, there's two different scenarios. One is this could be more of an A to a B to a C situation. Something like that. If we can get something like this, I would consider taking that larger short position. If we continue to pump, fantastic. But as of right now, the ABC, which I mentioned here in the yellow, looks like we're ending a larger part of a larger A. Now, I don't know if that's the case. I can't heavily rely on that decision. What we could actually reverse from here and just start continuing downwards. I don't know. And that's what made me go back and reconsider the idea of not taking this short and waiting, is because at the end of the day, I don't know if this is going to be a part of a larger A or if this is going to be a larger reversal. So maybe we just top out around here and just continue downwards. That's one of the things I was considering in my head. I was like, you know what, I should be playing this. So that's when, if you guys were in the Discord, I did make a announcement later on at night. I know a lot of you guys who were over in Europe, your time zones were probably sleeping by then. But yeah, I did, after a little bit of thinking, a little bit of kind of trying to plan out into the future of things, I have changed my mind on taking positions. Just because at the end of the day, I don't know where the market is going to reverse. And all I have to do is play the opportunities that the market gives me. And to me, this is an opportunity. Let's see. Where we at? Dandy Frasco. Hey, John. Good day from PH. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Where's Kite? Never seen him from a month. So I don't know if Niraj, I don't know if you're in Kite's Discord, but he made an update. I'm not gonna go into too many details because I don't know, and I'm not, like I said, he's going through some rough times right now. He had a friend of his pass away recently, so he's just been kind of trying to take time to himself and play, just keep his mind off of things. And I had no idea. I honestly had no idea. So he posted that on his Discord 2 days ago. I just saw it yesterday and I texted him. I said, hey man, I'm so sorry you were going through this. Sorry for your loss. I love you, buddy. And just want to make sure he was all right. But he said he was going to be here soon. Just, I would say just be open-minded, just because like I said, he is going through some rough times right now. So I'm sure he'll be back. It just might take him a little bit longer, but he will be back sooner than later. Let's see. Either's looking better for a short, Loris. Absolutely. We'll go ahead and go over that in a second. No Fly Zone finally available for a live stream. Hey everyone, good to see you, my friend, as always. Let's go ahead and talk ETH. So for Ethereum, we're looking at this from this area price action. The ultimate structure for me to look at is an A to a B to a C. Now, this is probably one of the messiest ABCs I've seen in a while. But I've seen worse. I've seen a lot worse. But within the C wave, we're working on its own ABC. Right? We're going to be focusing on that. And then within the C wave, we have its own ABC. All right. And guys, like, this is getting to the point where we're starting to tunnel vision a little bit. I don't want to go too far into playing every single little structure. Now, like, I know someone's going to say, well, what about this ABC? Guys, this is too small. That's too small. And like I said, you're starting to get into the area of tunnel vision to where you're going to start to want focusing to get into the best possible position as you can. Our job here is to find the best setup on a larger perspective and stick to it. So at the moment, we do have a very nice ABC short setup on ETH. Like I said, I'm not saying that this is going to be the bottom or the top. I don't know. I honestly don't know. We can easily reverse from here. And I think the setup is a lot better and a lot more developed than BTC's setup. So for me personally, this is a much clearer ABC. and I'm willing to short this, the entry is going to be around 1657. So we'll see if this holds. Ultimately, I'm looking for a larger move to the downside, as well as someone brought this to my attention. And I've been, and this is another thing I've been thinking about too, is when it comes to playing the continuation method, we do have an ABC here, right? To where we could have take profit. At the moment, I'm still thinking about it. I'm still on the fence, but somebody has brought this to my attention. You know who you are. I'm not gonna call out names or anything, but someone DM'd me. We were going back and forth about taking profit on this setup. Technically, this is another bullish setup. On the when I look at this from a larger perspective, it's not the best size when it comes to proportion. But the one thing I will consider that someone did bring up a point was price is pumped way past its entry of the previous spot, or the previous entry. So our previous entry was at this line here at 1178. Price is pumped way past it. I said, do you still want to consider the same size, the same magnitude of the same setup? Because you got to keep in mind that this is a larger setup, as well as you're trying to play into the continuation of the uptrend. He said there's a chance that what if we don't get a larger A to a B to a C on a down move like this? So you know what, you're absolutely right. That is a 100% valid argument. So ever since going back and forth, I've been considering this. If we can get back down to this region, I might take profit. I don't know if I'm going to enter, because if we come back down, I think we're due for a larger correction to the downside. But I might take that ABC long, just because it is part of the continuation. We are price did pump significantly past the price point of the previous entry, so I can't be too keen on how do I say this, similar size or similar similar size setups. I have to keep that in mind. You know, I can't be taking every single small ABC, but I can't be too exact when it comes to looking at the size of the proportions of how we've been viewing this. Because, you know, when I go to BTC did not put in a ABC pullback to give me a chance to take profit, but the actual setup that we took profit, or sorry, that we originally taken, wasn't that big of a structure compared to, or it wasn't that much larger of a structure compared to the ETH setup. So keeping that in mind, someone did bring up a good point. So I have to think about taking profit on it. Ideally, I'd like to see a little bit more of a larger setup, but if we are in a very aggressive uptrend, I can't be too picky when it comes to it. When it comes to eyeing larger pullbacks, or being selective, or being picky when it comes to how big the size of the pullback is, if that makes sense. Let's see, I'm in each short, but it only that clean on Bybit. Other exchanges don't have that big wick. I noticed that too. I'm still gonna take it just because ETH, Bybit, you gotta keep in mind, Bybit is a high liquidity I guess derivatives exchange, and how they move is going to I'm not saying going to dictate, but I think you should consider the wick on ETH or on Bybit. I noticed this on Coinbase. Your entry would have been here. Me personally, because of the placement of the wick and how price is respecting it, like right now we're not exactly, we're not blowing right through it, but we are kind of dancing in this region. I am more willing to take this, but if you don't like that wick, you can go ahead and take that 1609, the top of the wick, whatever it was on the other exchange. What was it? Let's go to Bybit. Sorry, Coinbase. At 1612.69. So I would say you guys definitely have permission to go ahead and take that entry if you aren't going to take the one on Bybit. But just for me, where that wick is and how price is respecting it, we do have a larger setup. I will definitely consider taking that higher entry. Niraj, are you still holding your longs? I am. I'm still currently holding them. I'll go ahead and show you. Still holding my ETH long from 1176, and then my BTC long for 15,473. I'm also currently in LTC short. I'll go over that here in a second. But yeah, that ETH entry is kind of fighting at the entry right now, so I'm still holding that. Let's go ahead and talk LTC. So if you guys noticed before, I pointed this out in the Discord group as well. If you guys are in David's group, I did mention this as well. Is one of the things I was considering taking was, if I go to a larger perspective and focus on this area price action here, we do have a larger A to a B to a C to an A, and we have a very quick B and then a continuation to a C. Now within this, we have an A to a B to a C, and then within the C, we have its own ABC, right? If I go to a 30-minute pinch, you know, kind of zoom in and focus on this, you know, this is kind of a messy uptrend here. But if I just focus on this area price action, to me, this is just one continuous A. We have a clear ABC, separation and trend with a continuation upwards. And I did take it. So currently I am holding that short from this region here, which if I had to be exact with you guys, it's going to be around 91.75. We are currently, we put in a very quick wick. So unlike ETH and unlike ETH, you know, I don't have to worry about, you know, I am going to turn this off though. Don't worry guys, my API, you saw the API keys, but they're encrypted. So, so for simplicity's sake, we're going to keep this entry here just in case. Yeah. So I'm gonna be holding that. If we blow right, if LTC just, you know, shoots straight up past this entry, we get stopped out, and we just continue upwards, I'm not gonna be taking any more LTC shorts. I'm gonna just go ahead and just wait for another setup, or just forget about it all in general. Not forever, but at least for the time being, and just focus on BTC and ETH. Maybe if I find another coin that I like to take a trade off of, I'll go ahead and take it. But at the moment, right now, if LTC fails, I'm just going to be primarily focusing on BTC and Ethereum. Let's see. Short's a bit scary as of late. To an extent, yes, because like you also have to understand that we are in a very aggressive uptrend. I'm not worried about, the reason why I'm taking shorts is because the setups are there. If the setups weren't there, you know, we didn't short anything throughout this entire pump. We did not consider shorting anything until now. Even when, all right, well, we did try to take this short here, but we got one entry, and that was on December 14th. We didn't get stopped out until probably, yeah, we didn't get stopped out until a month later. So, well, actually, no, we might have got stopped out once here, but we did take those. We didn't have to worry about it for another month. Price pretty much blew straight through this entry, and for throughout that, we didn't really short. So we didn't really short that much. We shorted a little bit, but we kind of just let price develop, and we haven't shorted since, what was this? January 12th, so about 10 days. We haven't really considered a short entry. Let's see, Prathish, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. You made it this time. No, I'm just kidding. Don't worry, I was on time. You know what I'm going to start doing, I'm sure you guys appreciated this. I am going to just start marking out the live streams a day in advance, just to make things easier. So tomorrow, probably like mid-afternoon my time, I'll just go ahead and let you guys know. I'll try to give my best to give a 24-hour advance, but at the most, maybe like 18 hours, 12 to 18 hours. Let's see. Would you be entering KDA short? I don't think so. Oh, I wonder how my spot bag is doing. Hold on, I want to check my spot position. I bought some spot KDA. To be honest, Alan, I'm probably just gonna leave KDA alone. Like I said, it was worth taking that one position. I used half risk I'm okay with losing 1.5% compared to the normal 3. And we're going to go ahead and just let it be. I want to see what my spot bag is. I want to see how much I'm up. If you guys word here, yes, I'm up 33% on my spot position. Cool. I bought KDA. I forgot who, one of my subscribers was telling me to buy some KDA. We did put in a larger local low, and I got in around like 87 cents, 87 and a half cents. So we're doing good. We're doing good on that. Let's see. They are just as scary as the BTC long at 5,500, and look how that went. Exactly, Harvey. You just don't know. Like at the moment, like at the time we were at this region, we dumped from the FTX stuff. A lot of people were bearish. You just don't know what's going to happen. We did put it, you can't see it here, but we did put it in a slightly lower low. So that long position counts, and we've been holding the bottom ever since then. So if we don't get a clear setup, we just keep going. I'm not going to take it off the table. Do you think ETH is worth shorting? At the region that we're at now, yes, the setups are there. And based on how I'm viewing this, it looks like it wants to end. It doesn't mean that it's going to end, but it looks like we're getting to the stages of a completed ABC. We have an ABC. We have an ABC within the A, a very small ABC within the C, and then we have a very larger extended ABC within the C. This to me is showing signs of exhaustion. Doesn't mean that it doesn't necessarily have to reverse. We can just get a very simple larger pullback and then continue further from there. But I think we are due for a larger pullback. I don't know exactly when it's going to happen, but we're dancing at that area. We're getting pretty close. If price just blows straight through it, guys, like I said, it's going to be very hard to short this because price is going to be very aggressive. But at the moment, we're showing signs of weakness. We're showing signs of slowing down. And I personally think that we're going to be due for a correction here soon. Not financial advice. I'm not telling you guys to short. I'm letting you guys know why I'm shorting. All right, so we went over BTC, we went over ETH, we went over LTC. Anything else you guys want me to go over? If you guys have any questions, I know there's a couple of you guys in here. If you guys have any questions regarding ABCs, how we do things, the trades we take, let me know. Let's see, can you go into why you won't be touching LTC again if the setup fails, please? Yeah, so with LTC, so this is something I call, let's see, I'm currently in Soul Short. Is it bouncing around the entry? You didn't take that, did you? What did you think? I'm not touching Soul, unfortunately. From my perspective, I'll touch on this real quick. The setup is there. This looks like one clear trend. You're just bouncing, you know, it just kind of just sectioned itself out. We do have a larger pullback, so this is a larger separation. So we are at a short setup. I just don't touch Soul. This is my opinion. The setup's there. If you are going to do this, give yourself some room to price to breathe. All right, like 3% on, if the typical 3% stop loss is nothing on the map. Give yourself a little bit more breathing room. I don't know what the appropriate stop loss percentage would be. Me personally, I would say I probably would go to like a 5%, 5.5%, just because these altcoins are definitely more prone to larger percentage swings. So, not financial advice, that's just my opinion. But going back to what you said, Harvey, the reason why I'm gonna be done with LTC if we continue to pump is if I go to a 2-hour. All right, like I said, we focus primarily off of larger ABCs. At the moment, the largest ABC, you guys know what I'm thinking of about this. Of this A to a B to a C. Shoot. All right, and within this C, there's an ABC. All right. And then within the C, there's an ABC. All right. And then within this C, you can make an argument for another ABC. All right. This is what I call tunneling in. You're starting out much larger and you're slowly working your way into smaller and smaller and smaller setups. What this is going to happen is the more you try to zoom in, the less likely those setups are to be respected. So what I mean by that is, let's take this ABC, for example, within this region, right? This pivot of the A down here, which is the first short we've been taking, this is a much more valid level for price. Oh, sorry, for me to go ahead and observe and take a trade off of and have price respect versus the ABC within this C. Just because of the size of the setup, the validity of the setup is much stronger than the smaller setup because of the size of the structure. And to me, price is going to respect that region more. So if we do significantly fail below this region, there's going to be a lot more bearish pressure. If we're above this level, we should be looking to be bullish. But going into the smaller structure, we did have another opportunity to take a short. All right. And you can make the same argument for the smaller setup. If I go to an hour, if I go to a 30-minute, even hell, I can go to a 15-minute. All right. If I go to a 15-minute, guys, don't do this. I'm just using it as an example. We have another ABC here. We have an ABC pullback with probably likely a continuation. Now, that means you have to go short the next level higher. All right. But the problem with this is that the smaller the structure is, the less respected, the less valid it is. I'm not saying it can't work. The odds of it working out to that being the exact top become less likely because we're zooming in on time frames. We're focusing on less price action. The less price action we focus on, the less valid the setups are. The less likely price is going to respect this. So, in my opinion, if we do continue to come up, there's a lot more bullish pressure, and price is more likely to come up and continue upward. Versus if we are fighting in this region, to me, I'm not saying it's dead set. I'm not saying it's perfect in this regard that price is going to look bearish in reverse from here. You can see we're kind of dancing around this region. Price is having a hard time making a decision at the moment. But it's right now, it's consolidating. It's thinking about what it wants to do. If we continue to break below at this point, it's going to look much more bearish because of the size of the setup. Versus if we're going on a 15-minute and focusing on little tiny ABCs, they're not going to be respected. The price is more likely to go in the opposite direction, or to continue in the opposing side of the original trade that you were looking to get into. So in this case, there's a lot more bullish pressure the higher we keep going. So that's just me. That's the reason why that's why I'm less likely to take LTC again if we continue to pump, because this doesn't make sense for me to do so. Unless we come up or even if we come up, put in a slightly higher high and come back down, even at that point, I might just move my entry back down to 85.25. That's just me though. But let's go ahead and talk about, like I said, I want to go over the possible scenarios of what could be happening. All right. Just to give you guys an idea, I know this is the topic of the video. This is something I'm looking to see happen within the next couple weeks. Obviously, starting with the news, or not news, but obviously starting with, the beginning of the week starting tonight, 6 p.m. my time. Technically, it's when the CME opens, so in a couple hours here. The main scenario, what I'm thinking is going to happen, is that this is going to be larger A. We're looking for a B. We're looking for a C. Now, some of you guys will be thinking, well, John, if that's the case, why are you shorting down here? Because I don't know if this is actually going to happen, right? The other case scenario, what could be happening is we could be topping out here, not put in a bearish ABC structure, and come back down and put this as an A to a B to a C. Could be in the cards. Like I said, I don't know what's going to happen. I have to take the trades and basically look into the possibility of price continuing much further here. Okay. Or we can continue pumping, going back to what I said before, and just put in a much larger A to a B, like 32K, and then come down to a C. The 0 being up here. All right. If that is the case, I would want to see a push like this. Something like that. Then I'll be a lot more comfortable taking a much larger short to the downside. It'd probably develop something somewhere like this. Something like this. Just an example. Like I said, I don't know where things are going to top out, but I have to kind of break it up in sections of threes. Something like that. We have we have a larger A to a B to a C. We'll have another ABC pullback and another ABC continuation higher. But I'm going to be focusing primarily on the larger A, wherever that decides to land. So if I take out all this other, right, you can see what we're left with. That's if this is going to happen. Oh, she just wait for the original setup. It sounded like you were done with LTC altogether. No, I'll just Harvey. I'll just be done trying to chase highs, like try to short the next high. I'll move my entry back down and just let price do what it do. Can you check when BTC pumped December 2020? Absolutely. The start has a lot more big pumps than starts developing structure. Let me take a look at that. Let's see. Okay, okay. So you're talking about this breakout here. Well, you can see like this is what I'm talking about. It's tough to see where price is going to go. You can take ABCs all day, all right. You know, we have an A to a B to a C. If you did take that, it would have been a pullback, and there probably was a good setup for a long position down here, right? If that's the case, based on what I'm seeing, it looks like you would have got in down here. Right? In this case scenario, you basically let them fight and whatever happens, happens. That's ideally what I'm looking for if BTC decides to dump. Even if it's a smaller correction, I want to see a valid ABC movement or ABC pullback, and we can go ahead and try to long that, right? We don't know if price is going to top out here. You can see ABC, we blew right through it, and we didn't really get another ABC until we got down to this region. So this goes what I said before. Once price blows right through a specific level, especially if there's no larger setups beyond that, you just have to let it go and see what happens. In this case, you know, you would have had to wait a little while, but you did have a valid ABC here. There's a bullish ABC setup. All right, you would have taken that. I believe you probably would have got stopped out maybe once or twice in this region, but you pretty much would have rode the entirety of this other final stretch. Same thing here. There's another ABC pullback here. It's not the cleanest, but you would have been taking that. Take profit. Re-enter over here. Maybe down here. Play into that. Take profit up here off of this ABC. Eventually, it would have stopped working. Do you shave the connection between your mustache and your beard? No, for these, it just doesn't grow. You don't understand. No, I'm just kidding. For some reason, I have very shitty beard and facial hair genetics. So like all this is patchy. It like doesn't grow out fully. So I purposely don't shave the connection. It just doesn't grow. So I am due for a shave though. I'm probably just gonna trim it. I'm not gonna like be baby face, but I am gonna trim it down a little bit. I should probably focus on that in 2023. Is figure out how to get this to grow out fully or more full. I know there's a bunch of different things to do. I gotta start looking into that. But you know, I'm approaching almost 30 and I have a beard of like a 20. I have a patchy beard of like a 21-year-old. So, like I said, very shitty. I have very crappy beard and facial hair genetics. I will admit that. My hair is fantastic though. Facial hair, not so much. Let's see, Tashin, exactly. Appreciate your analysis, brother. No problem, my friend. Like I said, that's the reason why, even though we can take shorts, it's worth taking the, not the risk. Well, it is worth taking the risk because we don't know where price is going to set up. On the other end, even though we are taking shorts, ultimately, I'm looking for an ABC pullback to take a bullish setup on and ride the continuation higher. Regardless of what happens, we're gonna be on the winning end of these trades. At the moment, we just don't have that. So I have to wait for BTC to give us a nice actual separation of trend, a nice pullback before I can go ahead and take a ABC long position. It's okay, guys. You guys can laugh at me. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. That is, I do want to focus on that. That's not on like my priority list. I think on the priority list, it's probably like number 5 out of, I guess, yeah, out of my top 5 things to focus on this year, that's like number 5. I'm not really too concerned with that. Let's see, what's the account currently sitting at? Refresh the page. All right, so the account currently sitting at, we're at 1318. I'll show you guys. We're at 1318, so we're doing pretty good. It's mostly just, I think if the ETH trade, if these shorts can go in our favor, I think we'd be walking away with a lot more. But yeah, we're doing pretty good. Masaki, hey Johnny, good to see you, my friend. How you doing? Oh wow, we're at 608 subs. Thank you guys so much. Can you take a let's see, can you take a look at XMR? Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely. Where is it on my list? There it is. XMR. Let's do XMR. So, 2 hour. Actually, I go to 4 hour first. So ultimately, the larger structure that we're looking at, and we're looking to play up, make a short off of a larger short position, is this setup here. Now, as you can see, we're currently above that. I would just be patient. Unfortunately, there is no long positions to get into besides here. This could have been, at the moment, if you are taking, or if you are sitting in that long position, which if you are, congratulations. I'll just let it ride. I have a feeling price is probably going to be choppy in this area. You might put in one more high, but I don't know if I'd be taking that, to be honest. Maybe if I go to an hour. Yeah, I would. Okay, you know what? It's pretty clear on an hour chart. Yeah, it's pretty clear on the hourly chart. So me personally, I would go ahead and just I would probably just take this higher high if it gets up there. If not, stick to this 173, 174. If price continues to blow straight through it, fantastic. Let it ride. Unfortunately, you won't be able to get a reversal, but if we do manage to stay below these areas, it gets make another push down lower. It'll be great as well. See Mochame, good to see you, Johnny. Good to see you as well, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Alan, I was looking at that short at 187. Yeah, 187.95. If it makes it, yeah, I would say that's a decent setup. I wouldn't try to if price continues up past it, I wouldn't try to catch it on the way up. That's just my personal opinion. You have established regions of where it makes sense to short, so I would just stick to it. Man, I wish I didn't close my XMR long at 150. Yeah, unfortunately, Harvey. Yeah. Great, thanks. No problem, my friend. Let's see, Jeff Jefferson, good to see you, buddy. Hey, Johnny, hope you had an amazing weekend. Yeah, it was fun. I had a good weekend. Last night, I don't know what my problem has been recently, but like my sleep schedule has been absolutely terrible. There was an incident last night, or not, the night before, where the dog got out of the house. Like someone left the door open. It was just bad timing, and like he saw that and he took off. And I saw him looking at it, so I had my shoes on and I sprinted after him. I sprinted for probably, that was the hardest amount of running I did in a very long time. I probably got maybe, I think how far down the road. I probably got like 100, 150 feet down the road. Continuous chasing, and all of a sudden he just stopped. He stopped. I said, "Come here," and I was like kind of angry at him. And I was like, look, I got a treat. I was making pretend I had a treat in my pocket. And for some reason, like, he loves the fact that you pretend to have a treat. And then he just walked right up to me and grabbed him by a collar. And I dragged him inside. And I was just like, Jesus Christ, man. I can't believe, like, he did not take a second to think about that opportunity to try to escape. So grabbed him and came back inside and started hanging out. All of a sudden, like an hour and a half later, I was tired. And guys, like, just keep in mind, I have to get my ass in the gym. Well, when it gets better, nicer outside, I am going to start walking every day, at least every day that I can, and then make sure it's not raining. But as of right now, it's too cold for me to do it. And then I think it's drizzling outside. It's like spotty on and off rain. But I realized that the reason why I'm up so late and my sleep schedule is so messed up is because I'm not as active as I used to be. You know, when I was working a job, at least I was being somewhat active. I would get up, have to like grab stuff, move stuff around, pick up stuff, heavy stuff from once in a while. And so that kind of clicked for me. I almost forgot. The same thing would happen to me when I was at home during the COVID times. I'd be up till 5 in the morning every day, sleep for like 7 hours, and just do it all over again. And I realized that activity is the reason why I wasn't getting good sleep. So now I'm starting to move more. And even last night, we went out to, if you guys are in the East Coast, the tri-state area, they had the Harry Potter experience up in upstate New York. So it was up in upstate New York, and then we went to, it was like a Harry Potter thing, and they had like a bunch of cool stuff set up, like cool, I guess, props and different things to look at. So we did that, and we walked around a good amount, got a lot of walking done there. It was fun. It was cold though. I was absolutely freezing last night. I was not bundled up properly, but did that, got home. I was tired again, so I was like, you know what, I need to start moving more. Went to bed at like 11 11:30 p.m. and I woke up at 12:30 this afternoon. Like literally, I briefly woke up, I answered some Discord DMs for like 5 minutes, and I went back to sleep. Woke up at 12:30, and yeah, it's like, oh shit, I gotta stream in half an hour. So I got up, did, kind of sprayed some water in my face, drank a little bit of water, did what I had to do, and then hopped on stream. So I'm just waking up. Well, that's the beginning of my day. But I realized that I have to be more active in order for me to get good sleep. But yeah, Jeff Jefferson, to answer your question, I had a great weekend. Realized that I got to start moving in order to get proper sleep. So it's good. If he's young, under 2 years, that's normal. I think he just turned 2 like a couple months ago. Are you a wizard, Howie? I'm not. I'm not the biggest fan of Harry Potter. Like, I've seen Harry Potter, but we went. It was like a family event, so it was mostly for like the kids and stuff. Let's see. Hey Johnny, can you share your opinions with XRP? Absolutely. Let's go ahead and go over XRP here. All right. So first things first, we do have the ABC setup, which I mentioned in the past. Definitely a lot of bullish pressure coming off of that setup. The only thing I will say is that we do have, to me, this is a clear ABC here. It looks like it's kind of fighting in this region. So for me personally, as long as XRP is below this pivot, there is a chance for I'm not saying a larger reversal, but we do have at least a chance for a pullback. Now, if I look at this from a 3-hour perspective, the first thing that clicks in my head is that this is a larger A. We're possibly working on a B here through a continuation C, or something that I've noticed that could be happening is that we could be doing something like this. That ABC I first showed you could be a larger A. We're pulling back to a B, and we're going to continue high for a C, and then go ahead and make a lower low. All right. That's something that I've been thinking about, trying to keep that in mind as well, is that this could be happening as well. But the first, he's starting to bark already. The first thing that we can have to take a look at is that setup there. And for me personally, that short setup could be the beginning of an A. So maybe it's not a complete reversal, but my job is not to tell you exactly where markets are going to top out. I just have to give you the possibilities. And as of right now, there's a possibility that the market can reverse based off of this setup. There is an app that I use called Calm to try to have your sleep with silence 99%, only 1% your alerts for trading in case that you use one. So I currently use a bot. Unfortunately, there's some issues with the pyramiding. If you guys are using the trigger trade bot like I have, or I've been using, just be aware that the prevent pyramid option is not currently working at the moment. They are currently updating it. William is also going to be introducing a conditional pyramid setting, which I'm not too sure what that is yet. I'm sure he'll have me explain it, or he'll explain it to me and I'll explain it to you guys, or we'll make another video and I'll just release an update video on the Discord. So maybe, hopefully that'll be the answer, that'll fix all the problems that we have going on. Let's see. Still growing up, just eats discipline. Unfortunately, I do my best to try to be strict with him, but I live in a house and like it's my sister's dog, it's not my dog. My sister spoils the shit out of him. My parents, when he's over at my parents' house, they spoil the shit out of him. So it's kind of hard to discipline him. He's very good when it comes to training. Like he's a decent listener, but like, yeah, I can go on a whole another thing about that. Muchamed, how did you manage your psychology to hold your trading position for a long time? I guess the main two at the moment, actually there's three main components. I'm gonna go with the first two are very similar. They get to be tied hand in hand. The first one is reading, understanding what trading psychology is, and tying it to your own perspective. Right? I've read Trading the Zone by Mark Douglas. I have read Best Losers Win by Trader Tom Hugard is his actual name. I've read Trading the Zone multiple times. I've taken the principles from those books and applied it to real-time trading. And I think it's one thing to read the books, watch the videos. I've also watched Trader Tom's seminar. He does a great job touching on a lot of things that are important. Once you take those pieces of information, it's one thing to absorb them. It's another thing to where you can make the actual connection to your trading career. And two is experience. I think knowing the information, knowing what it takes, and actually doing it are two separate things. My personal opinion, my personal belief, because it hasn't happened to me, I believe that you don't have to fail in order to learn to succeed. You just have to be more willing to understand and take lessons and experiences from other people and apply that to your own trading career. And that's what one of my jobs is here. Is my job, one of my main things I want to help you guys with is that, unfortunately, I think a good amount of you guys doing this are going to fail at some point, but it doesn't mean it's the end. If you can stick to it, if you're persistent, if you are willing to learn, absorbing the information as much as you can get a lot done. You can definitely turn that around. But I think if you take the extra time and kind of observe things from a backseat perspective, as well as taking those lessons, taking the information that you're observing from the books and from the videos and implementing it to your own implementing it to your own trading career, it's going to make a hell of a difference, man. And for me, from what I've seen from most people, is that it takes the connection of the information and the experience for you to really understand, right? Like I said, it's one thing to know the information and it's one thing to experience it. If you can get a grasp on both at the same time, that's going to put you ahead of that's going to put you ahead of most people. So for me, it took a lot of time. It took, like I said, I'm not perfect. You know, I've blown accounts before, but it wasn't my main account. I blew a challenge account up in this region here. Actually, no, I'm in the wrong coin. I blew an account off of up in this region. I was basically trying to short every single pullback here in this area because I firmly believed at the time that we were doing something like this. I was waiting for that lower low. I refused to think that, because at the time I was killing it. I was doing so well. And I thought I was on a hot streak. I was being hot-headed. And I was dead set on us coming down to the downside. I shorted this top right here. To be exact, I shorted this top. And I was up, I think, around $15,000 in profit around this region. And I just refused to let it go. I refused to let it go. I was dead set in my ways that I personally believe that we were going to come down to these levels and I was going to make $30,000-$40,000 off of that short position, but didn't happen. So blew a challenge account. Well, it wasn't really a challenge account. It was more of like a leverage account that I dedicated to leverage trading. Completely blew that. I started out with a good amount of money, lost it all, or most of it, like 98% of it, to the point where it didn't even make sense to try to recover, rebound from there. But like I said, I took the money that I made in the bull run, diversified it, and refused to use my entire stack. So I did not walk away with losing everything. So like I said, I'm not perfect, but I can show you guys that that's one of the experiences of one of the lessons I've learned over the years. Let's see. Pratish, experience and patience. Yes, I think information, you can tie that in there as well. Patience is very important as well. Thank you. Yes, I'm watching something similar right now. Now is waiting time for me. Yeah. I would say definitely if you go, I know you're in Discord, go ahead and please, like I said, if you haven't read Trading in the Zone or listened to it, read it or listen. Same thing with Trader Tom's book, read or listen to it. There's seminars in the trading psychology section of the Discord, which you don't necessarily have to go ahead and watch. I give my commentary on it. You don't have to listen to what I have to say. I leave a link in the description of that video, of the actual video itself. So if you go to the trade psychology videos, there's this seminar. It's an hour and a half. If you go ahead and watch it, like I said, you don't necessarily have to listen to my commentary on it. I just give my perspective on how I apply it to ABCs and how we do things. So maybe easier to paint a little bit of a picture for you. But I definitely recommend you watching those videos, as well as go to, if you go to the top here, my book recommendations. I just recently pasted Trader Tom's book, Trading Best Losers Win, and then Trading the Zone. Sorry, Trading the Zone up here. There's an audiobook version on YouTube, but the audio is kind of shitty. So I would just go ahead and just get the audio version from Audible. Those have been game changers to me. Game changers. Let's see. I closed my position already. How old are you, Mr. Johnny? I am 28 years young. 28 years old. Alan Clark, what breed is he? He is a pit bull. Doja having good ABC short setup. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Yes, I see what you're saying. This looks like it could be a larger part of an A to a B to a C. If that is the case, yes, we do currently have a decent ABC position. Like I said, I don't touch Doge with a 10-foot pole. That's just my thing. I'm going to be very stubborn with that. I know some people try to get me to change my mind. I'm good. But you do have a decent ABC off of that setup there. Ultimately, I'm looking for a larger reversal, or this could be part of a... Or this could be something like this. This could be an A to a B to a larger C, something like that, because we did complete a larger ABC here. The thing I keep thinking about from Trader Tom was that you are fearful when you should be hopeful, and hopeful when you should be fearful. Yes. Yep. So one of many great quotes by Tom. When I think I'm merry with a bias, I have learned to close everything, rest for 3 days, and after that start watching the charts again. Oh yes, you marry with your bias. Okay, that's what you were saying. The markets are the best psychological teacher ever, LOL. And everything that makes you learn from the markets 100% applies to real life. Yeah, and I also think it teaches accountability as well. That's one of the things most people, even when it comes to not trading stuff, is most people can't be accountable for their actions. A lot of people like to sit there and blame the markets for not going their way. When in retrospect, like, you should have been planning both sides of the coin. You should be planning multiple scenarios. And this lack of accountability can definitely ruin your career as well. Easy to say, but it's so hard for me. Muchaman, it gets better with time, my friend. You have to learn. And one of the things as well is, once you understand those concepts of what proper trading psychology is and apply it to how you view things, once you learn the experience, once you make the connection, you understand the bigger picture. And once you understand the bigger picture, it's a lot easier to go ahead and take a step back and understand why it's important and how you can separate the actual human mindset with the trader mindset. And I think it's one of the biggest lessons from a broad perspective. Hold on, I can't do it when songs like this are playing. Something that's not too ravey. Ravey. All right, this is decent so far, but separating the trading mind from the human mind. There's a lot of one of the things I took away from Trading in Zone by Mark Douglas is that there's a lot of tendencies that humans are naturally born with, that fear, fight or flight. There's a lot of those, well, mainly those two, but there's a lot of other things that are natural instincts, natural reactions to things that humans necessarily project or go ahead and use when it comes to certain situations. You know, when you get scared, you try to either get yourself out of the situation, which is fight or flight. And you tend to not make, you try to prioritize safety and security. One of the things is, let's say you're in a losing trade. I'm losing money. Your natural reaction is to get your money out to not lose more. All right. That's a natural human emotion. That is a natural human tendency, which most people tend to have. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's the biggest thing that's one of the biggest things that clicked with me. And there's nothing wrong with having these human tendencies, or these natural tendencies that people have. Fight or flight, fear, just fear of rejection, fear of losing, just fears of bad things happening. There's nothing wrong with that. In trading, you cannot use those same human tendencies when it comes to trading. It will get you in a lot of trouble. That right there is a big concept that I think everyone should be able to grasp and separate and not be afraid to take positions. But one of the things that I have learned is that it takes time to actually go ahead and be able to separate the two. Sometimes time is what understanding and visualizing. Time could also be with experience as well. For me, it was like I said, it's a mixture of experience, mixture of knowing the information ahead of time and observing, and also observing it from a backseat perspective. I always recommend to have trading journal folder, making screenshots of scenarios, screenshots of the trades, write comments of the reason of the trade, etc. After the trade, write why it was a good or bad trade and write conclusions. After the week, I study my trades of the week and write in what I was wrong and what were my emotions. After I started doing that, my edge was much better. Sorry for my English. No, I 100% understand you. That's one of the things I love about having my own Discord, is that it's more, not only do you guys be able to get access to what I'm thinking in real time, the setups I'm looking for, but you also get access to, it's a journal for me. I pretty much explain all my, it's nice because I just can't post a picture of a chart and just say I'm shorting, I'm longing this. It's nice because, some of you guys aren't as experienced as me, so I have to go ahead and explain the reasoning, why I'm taking the setups, giving the reasoning of tell you guys what I'm looking for ahead of time. And to me, the YouTube channel, the Discord, all that is basically a big trading journal for me. And I recommend you guys doing the same for yourself. And also, you guys can use the Discord as well. If you guys want to go post your setups and all that, you also can get critiques from me, critiques from other people who are well versed in ABCs. So I think it's a fantastic idea. I think most people should do it. No, he's playing with a squeaky toy. Very, very good, very good job, Mr. Johnny. Well, I have to go. Have an excellent Sunday. Good luck. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you. Thank you so much for stopping by. I know. I see you in the Discord sometimes, contract. So I'll see you in the Discord. If not, I'll be here Tuesday, hopefully to catch you on the next one. For sure. Thumbs up. Thank you so much, my friend. See, we're at 608. I just want to do some math here because I'm curious to see, because I know we do have like I said, I did promise you guys a 1K subscriber special, and I will be holding to that. I just need to prepare myself a little bit more, so I need to give myself a timeline. So we're at 608. Let's see, I need 1,000 minus 608, 392, and according to my stat, I've been gaining about 115 subscribers in the last 30 days. So if we can maintain that without growing or shrinking, divide that by 115. It's about 3.5 months. So 3.5 months, I should be able to get monetized by then. Thanks, my friend. I have been trading for a year actually, but psychology has not changed. What's wrong with me? There's nothing wrong with you, Muhammad. Sometimes it takes longer for other people to learn than others. I'm not trying to give, like I said, to give you some perspective, I guess a different way to think about it is some people learn better, some people learn faster than others. For me, I'm not the smartest guy in the world. Like you guys see me here. Sometimes I stutter, sometimes I like freeze because my mind is moving a lot more than it talks. Sometimes I change what I have to say mid-sentence, or sometimes I think about something else I want to say. Doesn't mean I'm dumb. This is just I struggle with certain things. When it comes to learning, for me, I'm a very dedicated learner. If I really want to take the time and dedicate myself and time to learn something, I found that I pick things up really fast. Some people that might not be the case. Some people are smarter than me, you know, from just in general. Like one of my friends, he doesn't trade that much anymore because he's worried about, he's got school and stuff to focus on. But one of my good friends, he picked up ABCs within literally like a couple days. And next thing you know, he was sending me charts and stuff. I'm like, dude, like you pretty much nailed it. And it took me months to get used to that. So some people are just different when it comes to being able to learn how fast they can learn. So all I can say is that you have to treat trading psychology like its own separate subject. You have to go ahead and learn the information separately, but come back and apply it to real-time scenarios, real trading scenarios, and apply it to your trading career. Does it not show your subs on a graph? Growth is definitely becoming exponential rather than linear. Yeah, let me go ahead and pull it up. I'll show you guys. Oh my God. All right, here, I'll pull this up. So we're at 608. If I go to like a 30-day chart, actually 90 days, it's kind of linear, obviously. 365, it's a little bit less linear. But if I go to a lifetime, look at that. It's just nothing and just straight. Looks like the bull market. So obviously I'm just trying to prepare myself. So I'm gonna say like 3 months. We'll get there. So, because I already have the payment link. What I'm going to do this time instead of last time, instead of having you guys subscribe to the Patreon, I'm gonna just have a one-time payment link, and from there, I gotta find a way to attach the Discord link to a to email. It's like a follow-up email to get in. It'd be a lot easier for me to manage. Rather than actually, what I'm going to do today, guys. If you guys are watching this, please make sure you have canceled your Patreon subscription. I will be going after we're done on the stream here. I'm gonna just be connecting the dots, making sure. Don't tell me someone else subbed. Why am I getting notifications? Did you remove the lifetime subscription? I removed it off of Patreon. It's on a separate link now. So if you go, Pratheesh, if you go to I believe it's in this video. It should be. I set it up that way. How do you view this on YouTube? Let me just double check. I'm just gonna check my phone. Yeah, it's a Stripe link. The reason why I chose Stripe is because I know a lot of you guys are international, and I wanted to find a payment platform that it charges me way less fees than Patreon. So way less fees on Patreon than Patreon, as well as I believe it's accepted through a majority of the world. There's different payment processors that you can use. So I feel like I want to get the access to most people. Obviously, you guys can send me crypto as well. A lot of you guys who just subscribed last time did send me crypto, so I'm openly willing to accept crypto. But I think this time is gonna be a lot easier than the last time. Because what I'll just do instead is instead of making a separate link, I'll just apply a discount code, and you guys can use discount code. And what I think I'm thinking about this, guys, and I'm not trying to entice anyone by joining now, but I wasn't expecting the Trigger Trade Bot to be included with the lifetime subscription. In my opinion, this is just for as the community grows. It's going to get harder for me to maintain helping you guys out as much as I can. Even I'm not saying it's a lot work now, but even now, like, you guys are doing a great job asking questions. You guys are doing, you guys are being very proactive and getting help and just, double checking setups and all that. And I love it. I absolutely love it. But I'm thinking I'm trying to think of this as a larger scale. Like, how would it be with 10 times the amount of people in the Discord? I think we have like 60 people right now. So imagine 600 people. It's gonna be very hard for me to maintain. So at a certain point, I am going to have to raise the price of it. If not, if it does blow up to a certain extent, if the channel does continue to grow, I might have to just keep it to a month-to-month only. That's just me, especially when it comes with the lifetime, the value from the lifetime subscription to Trigger.trade alone is way worth the money. You're paying $20 I would say on the lower end, on an average, you're paying $20 a month to keep a bot to maintain trades for you. To pay one upfront cost, you get a lifetime of that is a steal. I should be charging a lot more. That's just me. If you guys don't agree with that, but I'm not in a rush. I'm not gonna do that right away. I do want to keep it as fair as a fair of a price point as I can. It's just, I'm just letting you guys know ahead of time. It's gonna get to a point where it's gonna be hard to maintain, helping, basically trying to give individualized help at a time. And so what I am going to implement, only when the Discord gets bigger, is we're going to be doing group sessions. I probably do a couple group sessions a week just to make sure you guys get a clear grasp of what's going on, and you guys be able to get access to a stream like this, but it's a little bit more real time, a little bit more of a connection, because you guys be able to speak to me as well. But I'm thinking down the road. I'm not thinking immediate, like the next couple months. I'm thinking it really depends on how fast it grows. Let's see. I still trying to find edge whichever strategy I backtest, it falls apart. ABC seems promising as a simple concept, but wonder long term how it will work out. Mr. Glue Power, that is an excellent point. I think the only way ABCs can be stopped is if retail traders, if big money, because you have to understand, big money basically uses ABCs. They might use it might say a different thing, or they might say it differently, but a lot of experienced traders, a lot of people with a lot of money also play into ABCs. They just do it slightly different. The only way ABCs will fail is if retail significantly goes against the concept of it. So let me give you an example. For like an example of this long position, I can guarantee you, like, if I look at the order volume back here, I'm not going to do it because I don't have the tools for it, but I guarantee you, if you looked at the volume here, a lot of people were selling, but on the back end, probably a lot more people were buying. The only way ABCs would fail is if retail came in and pushed more money out of the market and really forced this price down. And basically, what you would be doing is the opposite. We would just go back to trading breakouts and trading, we would just go back to trading breakouts and win that way. But I don't think that's ever going to happen. If it does, it's going to take a lot of time and a lot of money for retail to actually be able to push that strategy that way. Anyone knows what happened to Ryan Matta? He is not covering crypto anymore. Got wrecked on KDA. Fund Miner, I think that could be a possibility because he was so dead set on prices, not getting below a certain point. And also, it's what I think it mostly is. I think it's from a viewership perspective. His channel has been blowing up a lot since since he started covering where is it? Ryan Matta. He's been covering a lot of like, you know, news stuff when it comes to politics and all that. His channel's been blowing up a lot ever since that happened. So I think he understands that there's more money when it comes to politic talks, or at least more viewerships when it comes to that. So in my opinion, I think he will come back once the bull market comes. But I think more viewers, the more subscribers, I think there's a lot more to be made. I think he's making more money off of the viewership when it comes to talking politics than just talking about KDA. So I don't blame him for it. How much does retail have in that situation? I assumed high frequency trading algorithms see the market structure. How much power does retail have in that situation? Well, clearly it doesn't have enough, because when it comes to retail and beginners who do this, they're buying. Majority of people who started trading, this is the way I started doing this, was trading ranges and trading breakouts. So when you trade breakouts, there has to be more money being pushed into buying at a higher level than there is selling. So at the moment, it's retail probably, I mean, there is a good amount of money being pushed into long positions at the moment. We don't know how long that's going to last. There's a lot of scenarios to where price does reverse off of certain situations like this low down here. Guarantee a lot of people were selling. Nobody was buying into this dip. A lot of people were trying to sell into this dip. More people, since people were selling, I'd say more money was being put into the market than out of the market. But most retail traders were dumping into the scenario. So my opinion, I think retail doesn't have enough power at the moment. He was up 600K with Cadena. Last time he was up 30K with Cadena. Did not cash out. Holy shit, that's crazy. That's what I mean, though. Retail doesn't affect the market. Even if we all did ABCs, it wouldn't change its success, I don't think. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There always will be money into screwing. There's always more money into screwing people out of positions. So that's why I think ABCs will continue to prevail for a very long time. Because in order for ABCs to fail, there has to be more money, more volume going into the opposite, which is breakouts versus reversals, which will probably never happen. Because market makers move price in the direction that people are going to go, and then move it against them. So like this kind of scenario here, we're long above a resistance. We're continuing to, we're kind of consolidating. Doesn't mean that we're done yet, but I think the higher we move, the more pressure, the more retail is going to buy into this, which is going to allow big money to sell into this dump to potentially reverse it to much lower lows. If that makes sense. That's crazy fun miner though. That's a lot of money. That's crazy. Flavio, 600 subscribers. Congrats. Thank you so much, my friend. Don't worry. I saw you post that. I forgot. I saw you comment, but I do appreciate it. Like I said, at this point, at this rate, we're gonna be at 1,000 subs within 3 months. So I'm looking forward to applying to get monetized. Now, it's what I've been doing is I've been looking into monetization. The videos itself aren't going to make that much money, but it's the availability of other opportunities. Obviously, I sell the Discord. That's a big chunk of the money I've made online so far. But it allows other things. I don't know what I'm going to do, how I'm going to. I do want to eventually come out with like, my friend who came up with the design for the thumbnail, or not thumbnail, the logo for the channel, the astronaut. We were looking at it. He was like, "This would be a cool sticker," and I was like, "You know what? It actually would be a cool sticker." So I think I'm gonna sell stickers for that if you guys want to. I think it'll be a fun little thing to do. as well as I don't know what I'm going to plan on doing when it comes to monetization. Obviously the videos, maybe stickers, maybe something else. I don't know if I want to do merch. It seems kind of cliche to do merch, but if you guys really want merch, I'll go ahead and do it. I won't be turning off ad block though. Sorry, not sorry. It's okay, Harvey. I'll let you get away with it. It's okay. But I gotta figure out ways to. I would like to monetize the channel, like I said, because as of now, I am doing this full time. So I'm doing okay so far, but I would really like to focus on the channel. I mean, I do focus on the channel full time as it is, but yeah, I'm not trying to sit here and shill any products or anything I might be coming up with, but I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's just other ways to support me in the channel, and I figure it's a value. To me, it's more about value exchanging. I'm not trying to take money from you guys. I do my best to give as much value as I can. That's the same thing with the Discord. I put a lot of time into the Discord. There's a lot of benefits with the Discord. So not only are you supporting me, I feel like you guys are definitely getting something in return as well. But I know, like, one of the things that you can run ads in stream during stream. I probably will be doing that just because it'll help me get a couple bucks here and there. Hopefully I don't have to buy a new car soon. No, so update on that if you guys are interested. Druther, I don't know if Druther's here, but Druther's in my Discord. He was on the stream last time. He recommended me check a couple things. I did check a couple things. Everything looks good. So I don't think it's anything serious really wrong with my car. I do have to get an oil change soon, so I'm just gonna drop it off at the shop on Monday. And just have them just make sure that there's nothing seriously wrong with it. If there's like a serious leak, or if I need to do a head, it's not a head gasket, but if there's something serious, I'm screwed. I need that car, but we'll see. I think you should do some taster videos on YouTube on the risk to reward videos you have on Discord. They are seriously good and no one really covers it well. But yeah, that's it. I'll probably do that. The problem is I when it comes to stuff like that, it's kind of hard to do it in a taster video or teaser video. You know what I mean? I would rather get the information out as a whole than it would be to just kind of give you, oh, hey, check this link out. This is how you use it. No, I want to be able to give you guys a run through A to Z because I don't want to put bad information out there. If you get where I'm coming from, Harvey. That's just my thing. Question on Tradingview. Is there a way of having two of the same chart? For example, I have BTC for Bybit. If I want a clean chart, open for another one, BTC for Binance. So, do you, I believe something like this, Armand? Like, let's say you have BTC on here, and then what was the other example? So can I wait? If I want to have a clean chart open, I open another one like BTC USD for Binance. So can I have more than one Bybit chart? Yeah. So as of right now, I have both of these are Bybit. If you want to change one, you can go ahead and highlight the one you want to change, BTC USDT, and then go to Binance. Now you can see there's both. I think you need to have a paid plan. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe. What the heck is it? Oh, pricing tab. Yeah, I think you need to upgrade to a pro to have at least two. The basic is just one. Oh, you do have the pro. Okay, so if you have the pro, go to the top right. You see above my head. I'm hovering above like ETH/USDT. There's a select layout. Select that and let me move my head. So you can go, I have the higher version, so I can have up to 8 charts if I want. But if you go to there's 1 tab, 2 charts, 3 charts, there's different layouts. You can have 4, 5, 6, 7, etc. So right now, I don't need to have 8 charts on my screen. If I do really want to get a big monitor, like a big TV above my head. Like, you guys can't see it, but like above the camera, I have another, like, I can easily fit like a 60, 70 inch TV above me. That'd be nice to get at one point. Or eventually, when I do decide to buy a house, which is, I would like to do that within the next year or so. When I get my own place, with larger space, I'll be able to have a nice clean setup. But yeah, go make sure on the top right, go ahead and click that, click 2, and then you'll be able to set up your chart that way. Yeah, I have probably sent Kite's videos on it to over 10 people. Most people have never seen that info before. Yeah, it's you're right, Harvey. I will have to see how I can do it. I might just drop that as like a freebie, just because it's very important, and I think it is very it's actually it's required to be a successful trader. So I did think about that. I probably, you know what, now the more I think about it, the more I'll actually release a video like that. But that's a great idea. I do have the Pro. Great, awesome. Okay, cool. Let's see. All right, we're hitting the hour and 30 mark. We're gonna go ahead and play Wordle. We're not done yet, guys. It's just like, you know, we're gonna change the tides a little bit. Oh, not unlimited. Audio. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna keep it up. In case you don't miss any price action here. All right, audio, snake. All right, so the A is not in the first spot and it's not in the third spot. The E is not in the last spot. I want to do Earth. Okay, so A is in the second spot. E is not. There is a T in there. All right, 3 more guesses, guys. Let's see. If you use the process tree in the bottom right, you can group together drawings, turn them on and off. So one click, you can have the same chart empty. Okay, object tree. Gotcha. What do you guys think? I want to say the T might be in the first spot, but what begins with a TA? TA. Table? All right, it's not table. That was a good guess, though. So if the A is not in that spot... Sorry, my friends are sending me Snapchats. You guys got... Let me know if you guys have any... The A's in the second spot, though. Like, I'm also considering the letters that are like the what I'm sorry. See, I stuttered again. What is the first letter that I can think of that can be put in the first section of this? I think P is a good one. I also think M is a good one. So like PA, but we have a T and an E somewhere. I don't know about that, but if I go MAT, I honestly think there's a T in the middle spot. E could be the fourth. E could be the fourth. Yeah, it's got to be the fourth. Or it could be the fourth or the third. There's no S. I was gonna do paste, but obviously the E's not in the last spot. There's no S. This is a tough one, guys. Today's world is tough. Yeah, there's no R, and I can't use the R for Thish. That's a good guess, though. For some reason, I want to say it's an M or a P in the beginning, just based off of what I've seen. Like, I want to say M-A... Well, what? Well, is there anything that ends like a... M-A-T... Because we haven't tried the T in the third spot yet. The E... Harvey suggested the E could be in the fourth, which is a matey? Guys, it just looks that just straight up looks like I cheated. I did not cheat. That looks really bad. That's really funny, actually. But this was my train of thought. Okay. Originally, if the T wasn't in the fourth, all right, and the E wasn't in the last, I was thinking maybe it had to be somewhere in this combination. The T and the E somewhere in the end. I couldn't think of any word that made sense that the T was in the beginning. Obviously, the T wasn't in the beginning either. So my train of thought was the P or the M. I was gonna say paste, but there's no S. All right, so there was no S in the paste. Or yeah, there was no S because you couldn't use S. So in my head, if S didn't work, T would have been the fourth spot. That wouldn't work. The T probably would have been in the third spot. If the T wasn't okay, if the T was in the third spot, you had ATE. All right, what starts with an ATE? PATE. I couldn't think of anything that started with a PATE and ended it with. So I went with matey. Think about for that one. Thank you. That was my best interpretation of a bow. Sitting down. That was a lucky guess, but that really looks like I cheated. I had friends sending me Snapchats the entire time. See if I can get any clues. Sorry, I just sent a snap. All right. So let's see. We did Wordle. We're at 1:45. That one took a lot longer than usual. I'm probably gonna cut it here the next 10 minutes here, folks. Just because, like I said, there's nothing going on. It's gonna be slow because it's still technically still Sunday. CME opens around 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right? Is that when the CME opens? CME open Sunday. When does the CME open? The only reason why that's relevant is because markets do move Sunday night. Yeah, 6 p.m. Sunday to Friday, 6 p.m. to 5 p.m. on Friday. Okay, yeah. So CME will be opening here in a couple hours. So we'll see if we'll get a reaction. Somebody mentioned to me that there's a CME gap. Do you know anyone know the ticker for the Bitcoin CME chart? All right, I don't know what the hell I just clicked on. Bitcoin CME. I really don't give a shit when it comes to CME gaps, but let me look at this. If anybody knows the ticker for the CME, Bitcoin CME chart, please let me know. CF. No, I don't know. I looked it up and someone said CF for some reason. Was the gap below us, I assume? Yeah, apparently there's a gap around like someone. I gotta find. I want to go on my Discord because someone sent me a thing like couple like about a week ago. Not a week ago, a couple days ago, like 5 days ago. I think there's a CME gap like below 20K somewhere. So all CME gaps have to be filled. I really don't, like I said, I really don't give a shit when it comes to CME gaps. What is the CME ticker? BTC 1? That might be it actually. Yes, this is it. I think this is it. Yeah. Yeah, someone's saying there's a gap around like 20, 20,020. Yeah, 20,020. I don't care about CME gaps. But for some reason they end up getting filled. For some reason. So let's see what happens. I don't know. I really don't know. I think it'll be hilarious if we just keep going and never touch that gap, or maybe on the way back down where the larger ABC we talked about gets filled. You know, we'll definitely fill it all right, but on the way down to 10K, I'm kidding. We'll see what happens. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and close things out for tonight. I need to get my hands on a thumbnail. The one thing that pisses me off, I'm gonna go on a little rant here, but if you guys clicked on like if you guys saw the thumbnail, so I recently uploaded a banner to the channel. I had a banner made. I hired somebody to do it for me just because I really needed one, and I was like, I don't really have one of these. So I uploaded it, and the next thing you know, that's what you see in the thumbnail now. So that's really annoying me. So now I gotta go ahead, like, you know how if you guys have seen other channels, they have like thumbnails when it comes to like their live streaming things. I think it's due for me to get my hands on one of those. So I gotta go reach out and see, talk to a couple people, see what they can do for me. If any of you guys are graphic designers and can make a thumbnail for me, I'll pay you for it. But yeah, I gotta do that. I also gotta reach out to people, make sure they cancel the Discord on Patreon. There's a couple of you guys still haven't done. I'm not gonna call out anyone's name in public, but there's a couple of you who still haven't canceled yet. So yeah, on that note, I will be back here on Tuesday, 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I promise I'll start giving you guys like a heads up ahead of time, like 24 hours to 18 hours in advance, just so you guys have, you know, able time to be ready for the stream in case you guys do want to tune in. So until then, hopefully you guys know what I'm looking for. We'll see what happens. I personally think there's a couple of things that I'm counting on, but you guys already know that from the beginning. I really do appreciate every single one of you guys. If you guys are in Discord, if things do change, I'll keep you guys updated. For those who are watching or not in a Discord are interested in joining, go ahead, check out the links in the description below. I will take payment as crypto as payment as a lifetime as well. None of that's necessary though. You guys are here learning from me. You guys have a platform to ask me questions. I do my best to give as much information as I can on these streams. So if you guys are interested, like I said, there's a lot of perks to it. I would love to see you there. So until next time, I love every single one of you. Be good, be safe, trade the plan. Well, come up with a plan, trade the plan, stick to the plan. Don't be scared. Make the smart choices. I love you all. Like I said, I'll catch you guys on the next one in 2 days from now. All right. Until then, be good, be safe. Bye-bye.